Hey, what's up you guys, Aftershare Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Person of Interest. This is Season 4, Episode 2. Let's get into the episode. Banana.
We are being watched. The government has a secret system, a machine that spies on you every hour of every day. You'll never find us. But victim or perpetrator, if your number's up, we'll find you. I hope you like your eggs room temperature and mildly congealed.
Sorry, Harold. Gotta cancel. The job may be a cover, but the last-minute paperwork's real.
Understood. It seems a shame to waste decent food.
Why don't you ask her new number to keep you company?
New what?
Claire Mahoney, sophomore at Oberlin College in Ohio. Checked into the motel next door 2 nights ago. And according to her credit card, eats most of her meals at that diner, including the one she just charged.
You lured me here to assign me your latest number? When I gave you a secure phone network, this wasn't what I had in mind.
It's the opposite way around.
Worker's job.
Claire Mahoney's not just another number. In fact, she's right up your alley. Math major, 4.0 GPA.
Lots of mathematics majors are studious enough to achieve perfect grade point averages.
But how many of them become chess grandmasters at the age of 16? She played 3 different computer systems at the same time and won. But in the last 48 hours, she's trespassed, broken into cars.
Sometimes teens act out in the big city, John.
And sometimes they buy a 9mm from a gun show on their way here. I don't know why a college student needs a firearm, but I think Professor Whistler can figure it out.
The fact that I am a professor is exactly why I should not intervene. How many times do I have to remind you? Our covers come first.
Well, at least your cover doesn't come with a partner.
All the open homicides on our docket. Captain wants you brought up to speed by morning. Welcome aboard, Detective Riley.
I make no promises, John. There are other matters I'm attending to. Why don't you enlist Miss Shaw?
Because she has a complicated cover of her own.
Gotcha.
The Nautilus shell?
Professor, are you listening to me?
Can I see your current class schedule?
We're sorry, the number that you dialed is not a working number.
Not sure who you'd be calling when one of your students needs you.
Oh, it's nothing. An issue with a math major.
Ugh, math is the worst. Manipulating numbers. If I want to add, subtract, or multiply, I'll let my phone do it.
It's not a phone number. It's multiplication.
What are you doing now?
Manipulating numbers. GPS coordinates. Suppose I speak to the dean on your behalf.
That would work. Thank you.
Another Nautilus.
You playing too?
Playing?
You're cheating off me, is that it? It's not gonna work. You can't beat me, I'm going to win.
Win what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Then what are you doing here? You've been tracking me, haven't you? This ends now, understand?
Yes, but I'm not tracking you. I'm here to help.
No, you're not. You're here to sabotage me and leave me behind.
I won't leave you behind.
Fine. Welcome to keep playing. I'm gonna have a head start. Help! This man's got a gun! Please don't hurt me!
You're making a mistake.
NYPD, Detective Riley. This man is wanted in conjunction with a case of Mike. I'll take him into custody.
Like hell you will. What about my window?
I'm sure this gentleman will be happy to pay for it. Won't he?
We'll take that. That should cover it. Book him, detective.
Need I remind you that under our newfound oversight, my income is no longer unlimited? But I do appreciate your timing. For what it's worth, Claire seems to think she's playing a game. I can tell if it's real or if it's just in her mind.
Sounds like you're working this number after all.
I'm working a puzzle.
That's all she is. A puzzle?
A puzzle that doesn't want my help, or anyone else's for that matter. I suggest that we heed her advice and leave this one alone. What are you doing?
Detective Riley promised those guys he'd arrest you. Don't want to get flagged for suspicious behavior. Our covers come first, remember? Oh, dear.
Excuse me, what are you doing here?
Detective John Riley.
Something happened to my daughter.
You're Claire's father?
Douglas Mahone. Gould told me Claire left campus 2 days ago. Credit card company said she booked a room here, so flew in from Ohio.
Did your daughter mention why she was coming to New York?
No, she won't return my calls. I get here and find a detective and a police dog. Please tell me she's okay.
Claire was a witness to an act of vandalism this morning. No one was hurt.
Please, detective, if you find Claire...
You'll be the first to know. My captain calling. Yes, Captain.
Nice to hear that I've been promoted. I found something I need to show you in person.
Meet you at your office in 20 minutes.
What do you see when you look at this picture of Claire?
An unstable college student staring at street art.
I thought as much myself until I realized that the graffiti isn't graffiti at all. It's a variation on a Vanguard puzzle. This particular type of puzzle presents 2 sets of diagrams. The diagrams in the first set share a common feature. The blocks never overlap with the curved lines. Conversely, in the second set, the blocks do touch the curves, but there's an additional common element.
There's a different number of blocks in each diagram. Code cracking. Sometimes you forget I was an international spy.
Fair enough. Now, using this pattern, I can fill in the blank space with the only number of blocks left out, which is 3. Thus, solving the puzzle, creating a sort of 3-pronged arch.
May I? There's your 3-pronged arch, Harold. Glen Arch in Central Park.
If you want to talk to Claire about this game she thinks she's playing, you'll find her there, and perhaps the next puzzle.
No sign of Claire at the arch.
Perhaps her hard drive will be more forthcoming.
Maybe she's
Just
already been
about
there.
managed to crack the encryption code that she wrote. You know, you were right, John. She is exceptional. You've just received an email from NYPD Research regarding your request for personal information on Claire Mahoney.
What does it say?
It's quite a lot of information. It'll take some time to sift through it.
Finch have found Claire.
Where?
In the middle of the street. Looks like you were right, Harold. She does have a death wish.
No, she's looking at something.
Why did you do that?
It's my job. So was finding out why you were standing in traffic.
You wouldn't understand.
Well, maybe your father will. I called him in case we found you here.
Claire, I'm so glad they found you.
That man is not my father.
John, I've scanned the
I thought so.
NYPD research records on Claire. Her parents died in a car accident last year. She's telling the truth.
Run.
John, are you okay? Where's Claire?
I told her to run. Looks like the game she's playing is...
I thought that was a bit of a rookie move from you.
John?
Especially since we've been duped before.
for Claire.
Control? Anybody?
Hiding from Dad.
Who would pose as Claire's dead father?
From their tactics, I'm guessing. Blackwater-type private military contractors.
Why would a private military contractor go after a college student? I'm sending notes from Claire's backup drive to your phone. The game started with a post. If you seek enlightenment, be the first to walk through the chambers. Claire realized there was data hidden in the image and managed to extract it. Instructions to hack an encrypted network and steal a particular file. Whatever's on it is required to win the game.
Stop, this is it. Wait here.
I think I may have found one of Claire's fellow competitors.
Nice glasses.
Optical head-mounted display. Among other things, it takes pictures. Excuse me, I think I'm lost. I wonder if you... Stay back! Not exactly an altruist, but he gave me one thing. A spot where I would have to be to find the next puzzle. This must be where you found Claire.
You see anything interesting?
Trees, banners. Oh, wait. It's a Nautilus, and the streetlights are more than just a border. It's Braille. The lights are the equivalent of the tactile dots. The message reads 184th and 3rd. Claire's very likely making her way there.
I'm on my way.
Let me know when you find her.
So smart.
Not playing? I saw you in the park.
Trust me, Claire, I have no desire to cheat off your work or sabotage your chances of winning.
That way you stole my hard drive? Hand it over. Or do I have to take it? pretty pathetic. If you can't solve the puzzles on your own, you shouldn't be here.
I wasn't going to be, as much as a friend of mine hoped otherwise. But something on the drive helped change my mind.
My notes?
A eulogy for your parents. The young woman who wrote those words would never shoot me over a game. She values life too much.
If that's what you think, then you don't know me at all.
Soy milk? I can't stand this stuff. Go cow or go home. Now, someone's got a few questions for you.
Someone?
First, I'd like to inform you that I've disabled the video streams back here, so no one can see or hear or help. Surprisingly lax security for someone of your interests.
Who are you?
He's the guy who tells me when to let go.
This game of yours, what's its ultimate purpose? And do you work alone or with a team?
I don't know what you're talking about.
How many fingers does it take to make an espresso? You see this okay, or do you need me to staple it to your eyeball?
The poster? It's not mine. It came in an email.
Sent by whom?
It was anonymous.
I figured.
It told me when and where to put the poster. I did it. $1,000 was wired to my account. That's all I know. I swear.
I'm going to need to see that email.
And I'm gonna need you to make yourself useful. Tall latte. And you better not give me a decaf.
Whoa, 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 whoa. No way you leave until I get you a drink.
Nice offer. Too bad that guy's about to steal your wallet.
What? No, I wasn't.
Now I'm gonna do the same thing to your arms.
Excuse me, does this thing work? Yep, looks just fine.
Don't move.
Really? It's a good choice. Now I'm gonna give you another one. You're not equipped to be here, not in this place, and not in this game you're playing. So either you choose to quit playing, or I arrest you to keep you safe. So what's it gonna be?
Quit.
We could have this talk. Nautilus eyes. Found the next puzzle, Finch. Heading out to Claire. Harold, I got two guys across the street wearing comms. Claire's got a welcoming party.
Oh dear.
What's going on?
Tracing this email, but something just hacked back with incredible force. My hard drive's being torn apart. They're tracing our location.
What are you gonna do?
Maybe we should request Bruce help.
Move, I'm heading in.
No, John, you can't interfere. I just lost control of my computer to a brute force attack so swift and surgical there can only be one source behind it. And I have no doubt the same entity created the game.
So, we've gone up against hackers before?
You don't understand, Mr. Reese. The creator of the game isn't a hacker. It isn't even human. It's Samaritan.
But why? What?
Claire's in danger, Harold. She may be playing Samaritan's game, but we still gotta help her.
No, Claire's every move is being watched by 1,000 digital eyes.
These guys aren't Samaritan operatives, they're military.
Doesn't matter, John. Until I can understand Samaritan's intent with the game and what it wants with Claire, I won't have you risking your life. And Samine.
Damn it, Harold. It is still my job to save people.
Don't let your frustration with me affect your judgment.
He's gonna let his frustration with you affect his judgment.
I'll take it from here.
What's wrong, Harold? You and the big lug have another little spat?
We need to concentrate on a larger problem. Do you recognize this?
A Nautilus shell? One of nature's many examples of a logarithmic spiral?
And a symbol for a very dangerous competition going on across the globe every 27 days.
Competition? Sounds invigorating.
Samaritan is behind it. I need to know why.
She's not saying. But I can guess. Samaritan's recruiting.
Recruiting? What kind of person would pique its interest?
What kind of person are you worried it might take?
Her name is Claire.
And what's so special about this Claire?
She's a chess grandmaster who's defeated 3 separate AIs. She'll walk right out in traffic to break a code. She's fearless, and she has nothing left to lose.
Funny. Taking away the chess, I could have sworn you were describing someone else.
You
want to know why Samaritan wants Claire? Because she'll do anything it asks. No questions.
frightening thought.
And now you're trying to figure out if you can risk compromising your carefully crafted cover identity to help save poor Claire.
Or step aside so that we stay alive to help others.
You really want me to ask the machine, Harold? You know what she's gonna say.
No, what's that?
What you taught her. That humans must make their own choices. You have to figure it out yourself.
Larry, I told you, stay calm, and I'll grant you backseat privileges.
Are you abducting someone?
It's a long story.
You're a flight attendant?
Just for today. Larry's my pilot.
Where are you going?
She hasn't told me yet. I'm hoping somewhere tropical.
I hope you're gonna jump on that domestic. 3ORC. Never heard of that gang.
That's because they've only existed for 48 hours.
What is that, some kind of puzzle? Like a jumble? I'm not half bad at those.
Half bad doesn't mean good.
Well, here's your problem. It's not a word. Haven't you noticed none of the letters go past G? That means they're not letters, they're musical notes. Ba 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 da da ba 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 da da.
New York, New York.
Nobody compares to Frank. Who made that puzzle's got good taste.
3ORC. New York, New York.
Kind of a weird theme song for a biker gang, though.
That's because it's not a theme song, it's an address.
I know, you surprised me.
The observation deck. That's where Claire's going.
The next elevator to the top of the rock observation deck will be leaving momentarily.
She notices Finch following her, but hasn't noticed any of these guys.
Going up?
Oh.
Just got away from my friend.
Room for one more?
Code to the Silver Pool documents.
Silverpool is willing to kill you for stealing those documents, and you're not even looking at them. To you, they're just a key to the code that's etched in this rail.
I don't need to read the reports to know what they say. Civilian casualties, meaningless suffering, and nothing any of them can do to stop it.
Claire, I came here for a reason. To try to convince you to make the right decision.
And what decision is that?
Forfeit the game. Because it's not worth winning, and because it's not just a game.
And what is it?
It's a recruiting tool for a very dangerous force. Believe me when I tell you, if you win this game, you will be walking into grave danger.
Aren't we all in grave danger all the time? Last Thanksgiving, I got a phone call telling me both my parents were dead. Some old man had T-boned them at an intersection. No way to tell whose fault it was. Not that it would have brought them back.
Your parents' death is a random accident. You have no reason, no explanation, no one to blame.
Okay, don't say you're sorry, because that's what everyone said. That, if I needed something, give them a call.
In that case, you needn't worry, because I have no intention of giving you my phone number.
At least you're honest. Everyone else, there was no meaning behind what anyone said, because there was no meaning behind my parents' death. It was just something that happened for no reason.
Is that what you're looking for, Miss Mahoney? Meaning?
The screen was black on a computer.
No, I found it. Or it found me. Either way, I reached out and took a chance. And I'm going to win. The Octagon building.
I know what it's like to look for a definitive answer, even when you know that none exists. You're trying to make sense of this tragedy. You're reaching out for meaning, but the wrong thing is reaching back. This force can certainly give your life structure, order, meaning, but it wouldn't be the meaning you want.
It's the only thing I've got.
If you leave here, I can't protect you. The men from Silverpool will track you down, or the force that runs the game will, which will be worse. But if you come with me now, I might be able to help you.
Why would you want to help me?
Because I'd like to think there's meaning, too.
Another spiral.
Building's a Nautilus. Hello? It doesn't work.
Give us the file.
If I do, will you let me go?
If I said yes, would you believe me?
It doesn't matter. This whole thing. I guess it didn't mean anything after all.
Forgive me. I've only just finished wiring it for power.
Power?
Power indeed. The third rail is a remarkably potent source and nearly impossible for the city to trace. A subway repair line built in the 30s and used until it was cut off by the city's new main water line, abandoned for decades. Antiques.
Like us, Harold.
I suppose they are a bit like us. Living underground, resisting the new age that's trying to make us irrelevant. And like us, they still work.
How did you find this place?
We may have underestimated Samaritan, but Samaritan has underestimated the machine. It led me here to help us fight back. And by tapping into underground fibers and spoofing half of the web addresses on the west side, I created
A secure way to get online. This is a new base of operations.
a safe haven. I'd originally intended it for you and Miss Shaw, but in light of recent developments...
Finch, are you telling me you're
Back?
I see you deciphered my Byzantine directions.
You are back, aren't you, Harold? Or did you invite us down here for decorating tips?
The truth is, I couldn't stand by and watch my friends risking everything doing work that I myself began. We're not just fighting for people's lives anymore. If we lose and Samaritan wins, the world as we know it will vanish, and no one will even notice it until it's far too late.
So we push back.
Indeed, and we do it together.
glad to know that you have our backs, Harold?
Many thanks, John. But we haven't time for pleasantries. We have to get to work.
Hey, what's up you guys? Quick interruption here. As you are no doubt aware, these past few years have been tough on all of us. And there are some things that none of us can hide from. The cost of living, for instance, food and things like electricity, gas, and water have all gone up and they continue to go up. Now, I don't really like to advertise this, but in order to afford keeping the lights on, the camera running, and to be able to provide you guys with new content like this very edit, for example, I feel I need to let you guys know about how you can help support the channel and myself. I have a Patreon that if you pledge to, you're helping support the channel, and in return, you can get a vast amount of content that you wouldn't regularly get on YouTube, such as full unedited reactions to my regular content, a ton of other shows and movies that you probably don't even know that I've reacted to. A link to this can be found in the description below, and it really does help the channel by keeping me and my very cute cats alive. Think of the cats. If you're interested, you can also check out our website, which is also linked below. Perhaps there's some shows and movies there that you didn't even know that I reacted to, but you always wanted to see. Please know, pledging is entirely your own choice, of course. You're welcome to stay here on YouTube and wait for the edits to come out. No worries. I'm not going anywhere. More edits are coming. I understand not everyone is in the position to support creators, but any help is welcome. Anyways, thank you for your continued support, whether it's through YouTube or on Patreon. You guys are the best. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. Alrighty, well that was Person of Interest, Season 4, Episode 2. We have a new base of operations. Harold's back in, so that's good. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.